But you know, I think, oh god, I'm really torn on this. I think this time I'm gonna go with Moshai, especially because, I mean, I'm with Jal. I feel like, I don't know, she's probably really interested in making sure that keep continuing to foster the relations with the Angara. Let's go ahead and support the Moshai, probably.
If we're going to treat Helios like a home, we need to acknowledge whose home it is. I won't name anyone. I support asking the Moshai to act as interim ambassador.
Meridian's opening day, and we're surrendering how much influence?
That's the point, you colonial ward.
Damn straight. We're not here to we're not here to
Scott is
push the
feeling
Angara
better?
out.
Good. This decision, the policy and protocol, that's not what your victory was about. There's more to life than this.
On that, I have to agree with you, Addison. Interesting. Oh, so I can talk to my squad and crew. Nice. Let's do that.
Integration of Hyperion systems is ongoing. Our SAM node will be accessible on return visits to Meridian.
Okay. Darla Vas Hyperion, huh?
Up straight, everyone. This is the guest of honor.
Like you have to tell anyone that.
Hunter, this is our opening. Let there be some sense of ceremony.
As I was about to say, hello, Pathfinder. I am Chief of Operations, Iora Pile.
Second Wave Placements Officer, Darlavas Hyperion.
Hunter Carey, Reconstruction.
Okay. Wow.
Darla Voss Hyperion. Placements officer?
As our developments in the cluster grow more sophisticated, proper matching of sleeper and assignment will be vital. My mission is to ensure compatibility and fulfillment.
When are you changing your name to Vast Meridian?
I keep Vas Hyperion to honor the ship that brought us here, as my godparents would want.
Just saying we're staying.
Please forgive Hunter. He is an ass.
Chief of Operations.
Iora Pillay. You're in charge of Meridian?
That's a big statement. I will oversee the operations and establishment of our port. Exploration and study of the interesting substructure will be handled by Initiative R&D. I'm told that may take lifetimes. We'll ensure that we have them. That's what I trained for.
Okay. Second Wave.
This is the first I've heard of the term second wave.
It isn't literal. There have been several groups deployed for outposts. Second wave is about the staged evolution of the initiative.
First Wave out of cryo, structural support and generalists. Food and fences. Second Wave is organizational. Less generalists, more specialists.
More paperwork.
It's needed to rapidly advance. I'm not spending a generation on the range.
Okay. Reconstruction.
Hunter Carey, can I get some clarification on reconstruction?
Sure thing. I'm tasked with turning this once proud vessel into the future proud human capital.
It's more complicated than that.
No, it's a structural and organizational nightmare. Which is job security, which is perfect. Come back in a year. This'll be a galactic hub. You won't know where the Hyperion ends and Meridian begins.
Glad to meet you all.
Sounds like Meridian is in good hands.
I can only read the reports of how you brought us this opportunity, but rest assured, we will not waste it.
Yes. Thank you, Pathfinder.
I like that they're basically giving us a playable epilogue.
What they said.
I like that they're basically giving us a playable epilogue. This is cool.
We got a lot wrong on this trip, but they were right about Pathfinders.
I'm glad you think so.
Hyperion, departed Milky Way 2185, arrived Andromeda 2819. Current status recorded as Meridian.
Well, narrator guy's getting work.
Please select a topic. Hyperion has been declared a monument to those who lost their lives in service of the Initiative. A plaque has been placed at the highest point of the Hyperion superstructure. It reads, "We turned our backs upon a dwindling star to chase a dawn beyond our childhood's end."
Okay.
The Hyperion was shepherded to its resting place by a coalition of allies who stood as one against the Ket Archon. Pathfinder Sarah Ryder spearheaded the defense and remains assigned to Hyperion despite its reclassification. Landing Day has been proposed as a cluster-wide holiday. Status, pending.
Okay.
While decommissioned as a vessel, the superstructure silhouette of Hyperion will be maintained in perpetuity. All internal structures are being adapted for sleeper deployment and future industrial and residential development.
Nice.
These internal structures have been designated as Port Meridian.
Okay.
The transformation of Hyperion into Port Meridian continues both above and below the surface. This includes the planned integration of Initiative and Remnant technologies, pending further research. Port Meridian is currently powered by repurposed Tantalus drive cores, which require the frequent discharge of static energy. This causes a unique visual phenomena during Meridian's night cycle that has been dubbed Aurora Meridiani.
Very nice. Thank you. Oh my. Okay. Interfacing. Long-term damage. Reporting Dr. Harry Carlyle, assisting Dr. Lexi Tapero and Sam. The ability to activate remnant technology without the SAM is an amazing adaptation, but the Ryder siblings have worked that muscle very hard in a limited time. Sam reports that at least in the Pathfinder's case, normal brain function has not been affected. However, we can observe scarring on the occipital lobe and hippocampus. This fits with assumptions about remnant, RE interocular transfer, and long-term memory. There are also stress markers throughout the corpus callosum, suggesting remnant activation requires some deviation from cooperative hemispheric function. I'm not going there in this report. That split brain business has always skeeved me out. Recommendations. Ongoing monitoring of the Ryder siblings, restriction of remnant interfacing unless Sam assists. This was one hell of a Hail Mary, and we all got lucky. Let's not push it. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So basically the doctor recommendation, no interfacing unless Sam is helping me. Notes to shut Tan up. RE, what did the Archon actually do, and will it kill us? Please summarize this in a form that Director Tan can easily digest. I'd like him off my ass at our earliest convenience. We're examining everything, including the Archon's eye, his Omni-Tool equivalent. Many functions remain unknown and seem specific to exaltation, forwarded to Genetics R.E. Krogan. It appeared to allow the Archon to externally manipulate the SAM connection, but it's unclear how useful the Archon's own data will be. He clearly wasn't aware how difficult it would be to attempt to interface with Meridian, despite observing the hemorrhaging the Pathfinder suffered while interfacing with far smaller remnant elements. The data from Sam suggests the Archon managed to poke some form of maintenance protocol. The remnant that he summoned were enacting some form of corrupted cleaning behavior. The architect was itself in some state of construction or disrepair. As for Meridian's activation, that was not the Archon. The simplest analogy is that touching any system was akin to approaching a motion-detecting light. As soon as ships approached, Meridian began to transition out of dormancy. Notes to shut Tan up. 2. RE, what did the Archon actually do, and will it kill us? Continued. Could Meridian be weaponized? Technically, anything can be weaponized if you throw it hard enough. Note, do not say that to Tan. We're getting into who are the Jardin and what did they intend territory. Signs point to Meridian being a life lab or seed world, and that includes aggressive terraforming through networked vaults. This could be dangerous, but while it is tempting to look at the purge state of vaults and wonder if that could be turned into a planet-wide event, we've seen no evidence of that capability. Do not send that below section to Tan. Not helpful. Some pedant says that ever since the 2037 outbreak on Earth, every military-run human lab has had protocols for emergency sterilization of facilities. Solarians have similar fail-safes, again in military facilities. Has anyone asked whether the Meridian Sphere and connected vaults were considered civilian enterprises? We know that the Scourge was a weapon and that the Jardin were deliberately targeted, but we've no indication why. Seems like we'd want to know that. Yes, I agree. These are all things that we would want to know. Angaran showing affinity. Useful. Security evaluation. Apex collected. Status ongoing. We've already hosted multiple Angaran factional heads. Separate concerns have been logged for 2 of those. Panel Project and Aya 1. We're making liberal use of their expertise. It's possible that some of Meridian was designed for them to access. They can't, of course, but they've been no end of help about adapting our technology to integrate somewhat into the Meridian power structure. The Angaran welcome any access, and we're glad to host it. No doubt some of them are interested in their connection to the Jardin. It's jarring enough to have a creator, but one that was here only centuries ago? I'd be all over this place. Yeah, totally. Angar showing affinity. Alert. Security addendum. SAM override. Attendees, data missing. Speaker 1. The revelations on Havarl are problematic. We've never encountered a species designed to pass information through their genetics, nor do we know the limits of this function. Speaker 2. If they retain information, can we access it? Maybe the Angara can. Maybe the Angara can remember how to work Meridian. Speaker 1. That isn't the right question. If they can retain information, can they also receive it? Receive instruction? Have they already? Speaker 2. Well, that's just... You mean sleeper agents. Speaker 1. Shut that off and wipe and log. Okay. Interfacing. Budgeting request. Interfacing going forward. Special budgeting request. Reporting. Data missing. SAM override. As of today, the Ryder siblings are still the only people able to directly interface with Remnant, and only the SAM connection allows the Pathfinder to do it without damage. It is a self-limiting adaptation, but there was a time when there was only one human biotic, and the mistake of the day was to say she was the only one rather than the first. This ability is demonstrably trainable. We must assume that, like biotics, it is something that can be assisted and will spread in future. To avoid the violence of Subject White, and to avoid the mistakes of bot training at Gagarin, we must begin preparations now. We live inside a machine made by aliens we can't comprehend. The next person to control Remnant cannot be an accident. Welcome to New Zero. Let's be ready. Interesting. Also interesting that I don't know who's writing any of these. Autopsy and Handling. Subject Archon. Okay. Dr. Viara Polina. Cause of death. The jokes will cease. The cause of death is not Pathfinder. I may be second wave and didn't see the fight, but there are no monsters in my morgue. This being will be afforded the respect of our profession, especially since the cause of death could have direct consequences should our Pathfinder continue to manipulate Remnant or others seek training in their use. While the structures of the Ket brain are unknown in purpose and perhaps design, the damage to tissue is obvious. When the devices of Meridian were denied an external power source, they in part drew from the Archon's own augmentations. This repeated surge and transfer inflicted internal burns and, shockingly, lacerations. Ooh. However, it is my opinion that these injuries, while severe, were survivable. I say this because I have personal history with treatment of biotics who have strained too far and damaged themselves. The fatal element here is different. The use of Remnant is not just a physical strain. It seems to draw some part of the mind into the manipulated element, a division on consciousness. I am in theoretical territory here, but this is my analysis. The Archon overextended his faculties within Meridian. When the Pathfinder took control of the power, the Archon was not just depowered. He was, for lack of a better term, severed from himself. I need more time with the Archon's remains, and dedicated facilities, a full team. The study of this one being could last lifetimes. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of interesting shit to...
Thank you, Pathfinder. You're why we're here.
Of course. Yes, definitely.
I'm waiting for my wife to be brought out of cryo. Then I really start.
Sounds good. Reyes! Hi, bud. So we kissed once, but I hope you don't hold that against me.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour.
I had help. Like you.
You were pretty heroic yourself.
I have my moments. Guess you'll be heading out soon?
Still a lot to do. Meridian's just one step toward making Helios our home.
Yeah, but a damn big one. You deserve to celebrate. And I deserve another drink. Cheers, Pathfinder.
Fair enough, Reyes. Fair enough. Maybe sometime we'll get a drink together. That would be alright. There's the Moshai. Jal is over here.
It's overwhelming.
Oh, let's talk to Cora. Hi, Cora.
Hey, Ryder. How's Scott?
Much better.
There might be 2 Ryders around soon. Imagine.
That would be nice.
The Hyperion's forming scientific teams. Gotta start studying what we have. I may have helped them organize.
I'm sure you did.
It's what you do. Meridian won't know what hit it.
And we should think about what's next. This is a new cradle for humanity. That's a big idea. Bigger than I'd imagined. So maybe building those teams was smart. Small steps to understand all this. Until we're at the top of the mountain.
And seeing the next horizon.
Can't deny it. I'm game for more.
Good, because so am I.
With so much power in our hands, you think it'll be okay?
Hey, let's find out.
Cora, sometimes you just have to leap out there and see where it takes you.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, you gave everyone an incredible gift. Nice job, Pathfinder.
Thanks, Cora. Hi, Moshai.
Pathfinder. I'm told I'm about to get exceptionally busy.
Only if you want to.
Given your health, is unwise.
We all gave of ourselves, Ephra. It was time. And as this ambassador, I will continue to do so.
Yep. The Angaran deserve a voice. Like, we're all in this together.
I couldn't impose a voice on the Angara, temporary or not.
We've always had a voice. This just means your leaders have decided to listen.
For whatever that's worth.
Also, don't assume my name brings universal approval. You know how varied our opinions
Of course.
can be.
I don't imagine it will.
I can't speak for everyone, but I will gladly help create the system that does. Ansala Venjuri, Pathfinder. There is much yet to learn.
Thank you, Moshai. It'll be
The
fine,
last thing
Ephra.
they said before Cryo was the Pathfinder will see us through. And they weren't wrong.
Liam.
Sarah, kept a seat for you. In your planet. That's not getting less weird.
Yeah.
About time Meridian got a proper grand opening. We all need this. Heard Scott woke up. How's he doing?
Putting on a brave face.
Not as well as he acts, but he's getting there, thankfully.
Stubborn as hell. I hear it runs in the family.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Hey, know who I just talked to? A second wave technician, fresh out of cryo. Just had his first sunrise in Andromeda. He couldn't stop crying.
Just him?
Must be something going around. Maybe you're the carrier.
Hey, I don't carry
It's
anything.
really feeling like home, you know? Finally. They haven't given you 5 minutes alone since the fight. Have you had a chance to let it sink in?
I sneak out a lot.
I slip out whenever there's a gap in the paperwork, just to look at it.
I feel you. Just ground under our feet, knowing it's ours. I can't wait for more people to wake up.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Enjoy
it's gonna be good.
Pathfinder Rider. Tomorrow, we're back on the job.
Indeed. Specialist Rin G.
Pathfinder, here.
Yes?
Ready when you are.
What?
So glad you're up and around. I have important news for you.
Oh?
There always is.
Yes, discoveries every day, but this is something we've been waiting for. Listen.
Hey! What? What? I don't get it.
So, white noise?
Sorry, Sam. Active filtering. Initiative Protocol Alpha Alpha to the screen.
Protocol what?
Processing.
Repeating. This is the Archon. The situation is not under control. Note and avoid until further updates. Repeating.
Is that?
The Quarian Ark. And Elcor, Drell, Volus? Hanar, I think. That's some delicate business, putting Hanar in stasis. Point is, they're still out there. The Keela Sia wasn't destroyed.
Are you sure about this?
It's patchy. And there's no traceable vector, I assume?
It bounced through the Scourge. I've doubled long-range probes, but...
That's not a distress call. It's a warning to keep away from... wherever they are.
Whatever's happening, they don't want to be found yet. We have to trust their Pathfinder.
All we can do is wait.
Until we get the DLC for it or something. What's on here? A signal. Holy shit! Okay, calm down. There's something. It's been bounced who knows how many times, and it's patchy as hell, but I know an ARC signature when I see it. ARC Keela Sia. It's out there. It's damaged or something. I've put probes out, but with the Scourge, who knows where it is. I'm logging everything, and I mean everything. If a spit bug burps on EOS, I'm parsing it. Because the worst thing, the signal isn't a distress call. It's a warning. Resource deficit. Trackers? This is an official complaint. Addison can stop the reports, but I know what I know, and the long-range scans show it. The resource deficit isn't some outlaw shooting up our ships. The reason they're all through and reporting no losses is because it's auto-enacted skimming, an emergency drop triggered by backdoor codes. The good director can swear up and down that no trackers were deployed, but they're out there, and they'll be targeting wherever we work the hardest. Okay? Exogeo studies and planetary detection. Elise Morgana. The Scourge continues to defy our best efforts to see through it without costly physical force. Flying blind is not viable despite the continued reassurance that only remnant drive systems act as attractors to the charged energies within. Until we understand the full mechanism of this weapon, and we must remember that it is a weapon, we need other means of navigating it. Governor Shi has been especially forthcoming in the weeks following the claiming of Meridian. We have received additional data about Scourge eddies that has allowed deeper scans. It is hinted at the reason why the Angara were reluctant to provide such information, additional planetary systems, and, I presume, additional Angaran colonies. I must repeat that it is only a hint, and that I've assured Shi that my concerns are purely navigational, but given the aggression of even the remaining Ket, I can't falter caution. Long-range comet studies. As we wake more specialists and focus on traditional astronomical studies, we're tracking several unique phenomena throughout the cluster. The Scourge continues to mask long-range mapping, but in this case it's actually helped. We're tracking a group of comets with peculiar mass signatures, suggesting they're exceptionally high in pure precious ores. In fact, Alphonse has nicknamed them the Precious Few. We don't have many ships with the speed to approach, but observations would be valuable in every sense. Comet Tamakov's Arrow, Comet Revolver, Comet Jim Dandy, Comet Dawnstar, and Comet Tallulah. Okay. Hello, Drac.
Not much happening.
No? Really? For Nexus Technical Record, Jardan Language Study, reporting Tigvalan Linguistics. We are beginning to suss out operational files, but identifying is different than understanding. Are we sure we should poke this thing? I'm starting to think even the Jardan were concerned by Meridian. Interesting.
Even these Jardan were surprised at what they created.
It is not uncommon for a creator to be surpassed by their creation.
Okay.
Couldn't anyone else have said that?
Right? Oh, Drac. Hi, Drac.
Kid.
Old man.
This place is something else.
It's a start.
It's just another starting line. Where we go from here is on us.
Well, damn, you were listening to me after all.
Indeed.
Through all the creaking of your old bones.
I sent out the Nakmor scouts. Nearly drowned me in reports until I pointed them at Tan. Told him to be extra wordy just for him.
He'll love that.
He wanted the job, he can have the reports. It's not over, you know. There'll be more Ket and whatever else is waiting out there.
Yeah, it'll be an adventure. I can't wait.
I know, right? It's going to be so much fun.
Crazy kid. Fighting for all the right reasons.
I know.
You're right, it'll be fun.
It will be. It'll be great fun. Vetra and Sid. Hi, guys.
How's things?
It's amazing.
So, Tan says he's gonna let me stick around and help with the...
Hey, Ryder.
Any gossip lately?
What's the word on the street? Ryder saves the day, Pathfinder of the century. You know, the usual. Still?
Get used to it. They're gonna name things after you when you die. And probably even before.
Technically, there's already
So
stuff named after me.
Soon?
Oh, she's all grown up, leaving home, doesn't need me anymore.
That'll be the day. We'll handle my deals on this end while I'm gone.
Aw, sisterly collusion.
Seeing you two in cahoots makes me all misty.
You know this is your fault, right? Helping us along?
Damn right.
Helios has really turned into the fresh start I wanted. In so many ways. And now with Meridian, we're really going to make this place ours. I can't wait. You know where to find me when you're ready.
Damn straight. We're gonna get going on this pretty soon and have a good damn time. Jal is last. Jal is last. Hello.
Ryder, enjoying the fruits of your labor? You deserve it.
Thanks, Kello.
The Tempest is getting some much-needed service. I thought I'd leave them to it. But I wouldn't miss the big day. Meridian looks so different out of the cockpit. I think I understand better why you do what you do.
I think I understand it better now, too.
Finding Meridian crystallized a lot of things about being a Pathfinder.
I expect many around here are thinking about their own potential. I don't pretend to understand everything, but Meridian must have opened a lot of doors. Not all of them safe.
True.
I want you to know that it'll be my privilege to keep flying you to them.
Thanks. I like you too, Callow.
It means a lot that you want to stick with us, Callow.
Of course. And keeping my ship is a
I'm
plus.
sure it is.
I've learned a lot from you, Ryder. And Gil. Please don't tell him that.
I won't, I promise.
Things will change now. But that's all right. Nothing's ever really lost.
It's true. It's true. Okay, seriously? PB, Suvi, Lexi. Gil is up here. I've talked to Okay. So I'm gonna go this way then. Thebes.
Let's get... Oh, good. You're here. Maybe the festivities can finally begin. Don't like sitting on my ass. Places to see, people to go. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's get this show on the road. Meridian looks great, but, you know, been there, done that.
You should try to enjoy it.
Hey, this was a big accomplishment. It's important to enjoy it.
Take a moment, take a breath.
Don't get me wrong. I'm proud of us. Helios is changing, and will be for a long time. I'm just antsy. Don't want to miss a thing. Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
Kalinda sent a congratulatory message.
Oh, good.
She was angling for an invitation, I think. Denied.
Uh-huh.
Hope you didn't turn her back into an enemy.
Oh, you're always so serious.
I'm not.
Enjoy the moment. We're here to celebrate, remember?
Pot kettle, my friend.
Look who's talking, Miss Basale.
Just keeping you on your toes. For now, you're right. The galaxy isn't going anywhere. Let's have some fun.
Agreed. Oh my god, can I dance? Ah, I can dance. Let's dance. Doing the rider shuffle. She's so bad. Okay, thanks. Good. I'm glad that bad dancing continues to be a thing. Suvi!
Meridian, huh? I see it every day, and I'm still amazed.
Me too!
We're really starting to put down roots. It's wonderful. Did I tell you? The team's working with the Angaran to set up a joint research body.
Nice!
That sounds exciting. I know. I can't wait. Us helping them helping us. Can you imagine what we could accomplish?
So much.
I'm getting all misty just thinking about it.
So when's the party?
Joint research body cooperating with the Angara. You're planning a party, right? Of course. Nothing builds a team like a good whiskey and a laugh.
Yes.
You'd better show up, Ryder.
Of course.
We wouldn't be here if not for you.
Whiskey? I'm there.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
You kidding, Suvi? Lexi!
Still standing?
Oh, yeah.
Still standing.
Then I did my job. Somehow. Nothing more need be said.
Like I believe that. Come on.
I'll remember that the next time you chew me out for getting hurt.
So will I, Ryder. So will I.
Oh, Jesus. Gil is up here.
Pathfinder's here.
Pathfinder, thanks for the invite to the party.
No problem, Bertak.
I didn't organize anything.
Not this. Landing day. That was worth jumping galaxies.
Oh, yeah? Glad to hear it. Gil! What's up, buddy?
Hey, Ryder. Jill is walking the walk. The procedure took. I'm gonna be a dad.
Congrats!
Congratulations!
I'm thinking Mary if it's a girl, Deanne if it's a boy. Mary, Deanne, Meridian. Pretty cool, right?
Better ask Jill.
Jill might have something to say about that.
Oh, right. Note to self. Bounce names off Jill. So, this is supposed to be a celebration, right? You getting used to any of this yet? Meridian? The dream becoming a reality?
Pinch me.
It's a lot to take in. I'm still in the pinching myself phase.
Well, I'm sure everyone here would be happy to line up and give you a pinch. But so you know, I've got the Tempest topped out and ready. You want to blow this hot dog stand? Just say the word. Callow's out there somewhere, time one on. If we're really sneaky, he won't even notice we're gone.
Who's flying then? You?
Why the hell not? I'm a quick study. How hard can it be?
And you're gonna be a dad.
You better get this nonsense out of your system in the next 9 months, you know.
Little Mary's gonna have a fun dad.
If you say so, Gil. If you say so. Okay, I got one more person to talk to. The most important person to talk to. The single most important person. He's been waiting for me. He's been waiting very patiently. Hi, Joel.
My darling one.
Joel, your affections are so loud sometimes.
Yeah, yours can be too, right?
I
think you're blushing.
Shush. Shush you.
You accomplished the inconceivable. I'm grateful to be part of it.
And I, sir, am grateful for you.
No, I'm grateful. I couldn't have asked for a better team. We created this together.
And exactly what it is, what it may become. I can't even imagine. To think that when we met, the Angara and your initiative struggled to find trust.
The way we arrived on Aya was over the top.
Yeah,
You know,
it was.
Uninvited and on fire.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Guess it worked out okay.
Ryder, the Angara will never forget how you saved the Moshai. But more than that, we'll never forget how you fought the Ket beside us. How we destroyed the Archon. Meridian is a new beginning for your people and mine. Together.
And us. Like, you and me. You and me, buddy.
Joel, I care the most about our new beginning. You and I together.
Darling, one day we'll have a place of our own, and I'll hold you close, looking out over a beautiful world. One we created.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks, Joel. You're great.
Hi, Ryder.
I guess we're going back to the Tempest, guys.
Hi, Ryder.
Yes, let's do it. I hope everybody's ready. Because we're not done. Not by a long shot, you guys.
Leaving so soon?
Let them have their fun.
It's no fun having the boss at the party.
That depends entirely on the type of leader. I'm new to this role myself. The training didn't cover how to honor your peers. There's no protocol. Your father invented this role, but you defined it.
Our home is out there.
Meridian is humanity's home, and maybe one for all of Helios. We did that, but I'm the Pathfinder. I should be out there on the Tempest with all of you. Let's go home.
I'm having some feelings. I'm definitely having some feelings, you guys. Let's go. Let's go have some more adventures. Wow. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, this is a nice little review of everything. So here's Lexi's final report on me, psychological profile. You exhibit heart and empathy in many situations. Also, the passion that you bring to your role as Pathfinder does not go unnoticed by those who work alongside you. In fact, it may be a key component in drawing others to you. However, I would say that all this is completely in line with your tendency to act impulsively in many situations. To go with your gut rather than pause and wait for more information. Perhaps it would be more fair to say that I've noted that you are more impulsive with your affection, but not as impulsive in the field. I didn't include this in my report. This is just between us. Yeah. So, and then warmth and humor, sarcasm, yada yada. So yeah, there's obviously still a lot here. That's interesting that they did this. They put this in here. This is like, this whole thing is about, this is just a review of everything that I did, all the very specific choices that I made in this game, which is fantastic. I love that it's keeping track of this, and I hope that they continue to track this in the future. But yeah, okay, so, oh my gosh, I got seriously interrupted there by the sort of epilogue, the playable epilogue. But yeah, I mean, you know, where BioWare always really shines for me is in their ability to create characters that I give a shit about. And this game is no exception. I really do, after, you know, spending about 80 hours with these people, they feel like a new family. You know, none of them will replace the original Mass Effect trilogy's companions, but I don't want them to. I want them to be their own characters in their own right, and they are, which is great. I'm loving it. The relationships that I've been building with them have been fantastic. I love all of the cutscenes that I've gotten with them. I love all of the conversations that we've been able to have over the course of the game with all the different characters. I love their various arcs. I love that they brought back loyalty missions, that mechanic, and it's very well integrated into this game. Mass Effect 2, it kind of seemed a little bit rote. It was more like Monster of the Week kind of thing, where you collect all your squad mates, you do an errand for them, and then you get the perks. This felt very organic. It felt very real, in a way. It felt very much like it was a part of their character development, a logical part of their character development, in all cases, which I really enjoyed. Certainly I have my favorites of the loyalty missions. I think Drax and Liam's were especially standout. And of course, Jaws gave me all the feels. But they were all quite excellent. I really enjoyed the exploration element of it. I love the fact that, you know, you have a very good reason for all the exploration that you're doing, you know. You have it, like, there's a good in-universe explanation for doing all of this exploration, which is great. Yeah, and I mean, the story's great. I think the Archon was a little bit underused as a villain. I think I would have liked to see him more. I would have liked him to have had a little more presence in the game. Fell a little bit flat in the middle there, but at the end it was very good, and I was definitely gunning for him. So, you know, and I think that in a lot of ways, as a sort of soft reset of the universe, this is really obviously laying the foundations for a lot of things to come, which has me personally very excited for the future of the franchise. I think there's a lot of interesting ways that they could go with it. And so I'm looking forward to what they have in store for us in the future, in general. You know, there's definitely a lot of things that they can improve on. And I hope that they do. Because I want these games to be fantastic. You know, I want them to be the best games they can possibly be. And the thing with BioWare is that I'm pretty damn sure that the people at BioWare want these games to be the best they can be too. So they're going to do their damnedest, and I'm going to support them in it because I think it's great. And I like these stories. I like these characters. These games are fun. BioWare does it like nobody else does it for me, personally. So yeah, it's been a great ride. I am so glad that I was able to share my first playthrough live on Twitch, and it is currently, I'm currently in the process of getting it up bit by bit on YouTube so that it can be watched later. So for everyone watching on YouTube later on, thank you for joining me. It has been a fun ride. I'll probably continue to stream some. I'll probably do some multiplayer at some point. And of course, I'll be streaming other things as well, other games as well, because I like doing it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see y'all. I'll see you later. Until next time.